You're saying that that Facebook is more on the side of the liberal machine and pushing that agenda.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's kind of like
medias and I would say all social medias and probably like larger kind of like public social institutions. So there's something called ESG score. I think it's called an ESG score.
Shout out ESTG fire rapper.
But so an
ESG score
is basically like public companies and companies that are trying to get funding and gain capital. They get scored on how basically progressive /
how liberal they are. And the higher, the more chance they get funding?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to them, yo.
Even
because
though Disney probably has the highest, and they've kind of like their stock has gone down over the last like 15, 20 years.
Wow. So you're saying Disney has the highest ESG score?
They probably have a very high ESG score.
Okay.
It's about like your carbon footprint and all that.
Oh, I
like,
see.
All this
so it's like literal liberal things, not just the ideologies. Because you're talking about carbon.
So it's like
footprint.
I think it's like how many like gender neutral bathrooms would the park have? Like that's
they're talking about literal. Are you getting it done or not? Are you progressive? Are you liberal or are you not?
Make a fucking new bathroom.
If you're not making these bathrooms
for my service animal, that's a turtle.
Service animals. If you're not making the new bathrooms, then you're gonna get less funding. Is what you're saying.
You're gonna get a lower
things
score.
Like that. A lower score. Essentially, that leads to the less funding.
And that's like the idea of almost like a credit, like your social credit score. So like how you act on social media is gonna be like how the society and government and banks are going to treat you, which is a very fine line of like pure like socialism and like communism.
I'm not going to lie. It's definitely not, it does not sound American to do this.
I would have to say that sounds un-American.
It sounds very un-American to do this. Yeah. But of course, this is all a part of this huge, back and forth between the Republicans and liberals of the, election hacking and of Russia being involved and spreading too much.
A lot of that is mostly just smoke in the air for what's really going on.
I'm
funding
sure.
Wars.
I'm 100% sure of that. I've really left the political chat room oftentimes because of that. Because I do understand that we don't understand, and I also understand that it's a big time money game where people oftentimes sell dreams that they're not capable of, fulfilling. And that's on both ends, guys. That's on the build the wall end, and that's on the end of everybody gets free healthcare too, and everybody's student debt is gone.
It's just naturally just like a corrupt business model.
It's a corrupt business model because capitalism in itself is a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
The whole government, the whole world is. The biggest argument with America is we're probably least corrupt out of the world government, and that's like there's only so much you're gonna fix that human corruption. That's like the biggest argument with like democracy and capitalism. Like I agree. You could rip down America because we have racist past and we you know a big pharma supports certain political leaders and that ends up swaying this then. So you're gonna tear it all down for a dictator, maybe? Like, I don't know if that's the answer,
The problem is that exactly of what you speak of, that there is no real answer because, you either rip apart the whole system and start from the top, which therefore opens the doors to what you were just saying.
A Hitler type of figure.
Right. Or like you continue the way that we've been operating. And let's be honest, the way that we've been operating, it doesn't work. But it's not that bad. Like I think